Hello.
It's Friday. Welcome back to Take 5. It's lovely to be with you again. We are still in North Cornwall in beautiful, beautiful weather. The forecast was not like this, so we're just sitting outside and enjoying every moment. And today we're finishing off the last chapter of 1 Timothy. So it's 1 Timothy...
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6, which is quite a long chapter. It's a really good read. So if you haven't read it yet, I know we say this, but do go and have a read of it, and there is an awful lot in there. But we wanted to talk today about contentment.
Yeah, there's one little snippet, it's not even a whole verse, where Paul says to Timothy, "For godliness with contentment is great gain." And I think, there are two aspects to that, isn't it? Aren't there? There's the godliness side, and there is the contentment side. And so, we can look at our lives, we can examine our lives and ask, am I living a godly life? Now, we're presuming that you are Christians that we're talking to out there. Vast majority, I'm sure, of you are. So the question is, how is Jesus changing us to live godly lives, day by day, week by week, month by month? And I know that when we're living the life, sometimes it feels like we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And
it does, yes.
And sometimes it doesn't feel like we're making great strides in our godliness.
Yes.
But I think sometimes it's other people who look and see the changes, isn't it, and comment on them. Yeah,
sometimes it's somebody that will say something to you and you'll think, oh gosh, I hadn't realised, and just something that they've noticed about you. And it is that very often you'll say something to me and I'll say, oh, okay. So it is good for other people to encourage as well. If you see a change in your brother or sister and it's a good change, then it's great to sort of say, do you know, you're really good at whatever it might be, caring, cooking, or whatever.
And godliness is an interesting word because its source, its root is God-likeness. Talking about our character, obviously, is our character God-like? And for us, I suppose, the closest snapshot we get of that is looking at the life of Jesus and saying, is our character, is the way we live our lives like the way Jesus lived his life? And that's hugely challenging.
Yeah, hugely.
Without even going any further.
Yes, that's just a huge challenge on its own.
So there's godliness, and then it says with contentment. And I think that's a big one these days, isn't it? Am I living a content life? Am I happy
with what I've got?
With what I've got,
yes.
Yeah. Because there is an awful lot of pressure, an awful lot of influence on everybody these days to not be content with the status quo in terms of possessions, in terms of
material things, definitely.
Yeah.
But contentment is a great word, isn't it? I mean, don't you think it would just be wonderful to be permanently content? I mean, what a great place to be.
Yes.
It's such a lovely word, contentment.
Paul says it's great gain. You've got so much when you are content with what you've got. And there's almost a paradox, isn't there? Because you gain loads when you're content with what you've got.
Yeah.
And of course, he's talking about your soul state, your emotions, your spirit, your soul. If you are content, you've gained so much. You gain in the kingdom, but you gain in yourself as well.
Yeah, because it's kind of like an inner happiness, isn't there?
Yeah.
Contentment. Yeah. That's what sort of comes to mind. And what could be more wonderful than having an inner happiness? It just strips away all the sort of pressures of, you must have this and you must do that and you must wear this, just to have this wonderful inner contentment. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. So this morning or today, wherever it is you're at, there's something to pray about there, isn't it? How content am I with what I have? Am I living the godly life? Because there is a wonderful reward. Paul says there's great gain for you when you're in that place. So give that some thought today, meditate on it, bring it to the Lord, and let him speak to you. And we will see you very soon.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye for now.
Bye.